The Jeep Cherokee may sometimes greet you with the service shifter message, which is not what you expect from the car when you start it, apparently. Being a pretty solid car, the Cherokee KL has the 9-speed ZF transmission that is known to be pretty faulty, and there were several recalls, software updates, and TSBs regarding the transmission. Fortunately, the service shifter message is almost never connected with the transmission itself. It's often caused by the connections in the shifter assembly, and sometimes it's impossible to diagnose, so people keep replacing the shifters with used ones to try and solve the problem. Well, before you invest that much money, there are several things you need to know. First of all, there was a massive TSB for the 2015-2018 model years regarding the PRNDL display connections. The TSB is 0805418 revision A. I'll post the number in the description so you can just Google and read the document. To cut a long story short, there was a very common issue with the connector on the shifter assembly that sends signals to the display showing what transmission mode is now activated with the shifter. This connector went loose, so the TSB instructs the dealership mechanics to replace both the wiring and the display. The good news, you can still drive if this is your problem. Just press and hold the down arrow button to get that wiring out of the dash. It will reappear the next time you start your car, but at least you can see the mileage and warning lights on the dash. The only function that won't be working is the indication of the shifter mode on the dash, and also the shifter lights may all go red at once. One more thing to check is the battery problem. If you get the service shifter message right after you start the car, this may be a voltage related issue, especially if every function works perfectly after that and you see no problem after driving alone on highways, so the batteries have time to charge. Anyway, I would start solving this problem by checking the batteries. You may have only the main 12-volt battery, or there also may be an auxiliary 12-volt battery depending on the model year of your car. If this doesn't help, the problem is most likely with one of the shifter connectors or the shifter itself. Before you go to any repair shop or dealership, you may take off the trim around the shifter assembly and disconnect, inspect, and reconnect every electrical connector that you see. If you notice any signs of corrosion, you will need to clean it properly before connecting. If this doesn't help, you should get a proper scanner and read the codes. Fortunately, various control modules will store quite specific codes and point to the actual problem, but you will need a good Jeep compatible scanner, not just a cheap code reader.